Now we are going to discuss Grade 8 Computer Science Lesson 1 Networking Concepts. In our day-to-day life, we come across different types of networks like network of roads, communication network of telephone system, internet, etc. Let us see what is a computer network. A computer network can be defined as a group of computers and other peripheral devices that are linked together for the purpose of sharing data and hardware resources. Computers in a network can communicate with each other as well as work independently. If you see here, the figure shows you in figure 1.1 a computer network. Computer A, B, C are placed in a network using this hub, and only printer is connected to computer C, but it can take instructions from both computer A and computer B also. This is possible only these systems are placed in the network. Each computer in a network is called as a node. Computers in a network may be linked through cables, telephone lines, radio waves, etc. We have few advantages of network. We have totally 6 advantages of networking. Before that, I would like to explain you what is a server and client. When computers are placed in a network, one computer acts as the main computer which is going to serve the remaining computers. That is called as the server. This server is a computer that provides services to clients and controls access to hardware, software and other resources. Whereas clients are the computers which request services like data retrieval, storage, etc. from the server. Now, let us come to the advantages. First one is efficient use of storage media. It is better to have one big hard disk in the server than to have small hard disks in different computers. Second one is preserving information. When you keep backups on a central location, you have one place to look for the lost information. Third advantage is reduction in hardware costs. In a network, the hardware devices which are not used very often like modems, printers, scanners, CD drives, etc. can be shared. This reduces the cost of hardware. Next one is efficiency. In a network, if you want to delete, modify or upgrade any data or software, it could be done only at one point if the computers are placed in the network. Next one is redundancy. Placing the systems in a network reduces the need of hard copies of all the documents. Last one is quickest document delivery. Internet provides a facility to instantly deliver soft copies from one computer to other computers throughout the world. That is what the reason we are able to send any graphic images or text messages, etc. from one place to far away place very quickly. Next one is network components. To establish wired networking between a group of computers, we require the following: network card, networking cable, hubs or switches. We also can establish wireless networking. To establish wireless networking, we require following components like wireless network card and access points or routers. Firstly, let us know about wired networking. First one is network card. A network card is used to physically attach a computer to a network so that it can participate in network communication. Ethernet network card is the most commonly used network card. Nowadays, most of the computer motherboards come with the inbuilt network cards. The next one is networking cable. Modern Ethernet networks use twisted pair cable containing 8 wires. These wires are arranged in a special order and an RJ45 connector is crimped at both the ends of the cable. The last one is hubs and switches. Network cards are used to send and receive data being transmitted over Ethernet cables. When a network has more than one computers, we cannot directly connect all the computers together. We need an interface through which the computers can be connected and sending and receiving of data can take place. This function is performed with the help of switch or a hub. Basically, the hub or switch is a box with a set of RJ45 ports. Each computer on a network is connected to the hub or switch via an Ethernet cable. To establish wireless networking, we require the following components. First one is wireless network card. Most of the laptop computers come with the inbuilt wireless network cards. Here, radio signals are used for transferring data. The second one is access points or routers. These are used instead of hubs or switches. This increases the communication range of the radio signals, thus making the network a combination of wired as well as wireless network. We have local area network, metropolitan area network and wire area network. These are the three kinds of networks. First one is local area network. In LAN, local area network is shortly called as LAN. In LAN, two or more computers and other peripheral devices are connected within a small area such as a room, office, building or a campus. In LAN, computer terminals are physically connected with wires. The data transmission speed is slow as compared to WAN. WAN is nothing but the wide area network. Since LAN is operated in small area, so it can be controlled and administered by single person or organization. Coming to the next one, that is the metropolitan area network, shortly called as MAN. MAN is a larger network than LAN. It is spread across a city. Since it covers a city, it is called metropolitan. The third one is wired area network, shortly called as WAN. This kind of network connects two or more computers located at far away places. Example, internet ATM facility is a result of a WAN. Next one is network architecture. Network architecture is an overall design of a computer network that describes how a computer network is configured and what strategies are being used. We have two main types of computer networks. One is a client-server network, the second one is a peer-to-peer network. We discussed about client-server network previously. It is a network where several computers called clients or workstations are connected to the main computer, and this server provides services and controls access to hardware, software and other resources, whereas clients request services for data retrieval, storage, etc. The second one is peer-to-peer network. Here, few computers having equal capacity are connected together to use the resources available in the network. There is no central server. Each computer can act as a server as well as a client. Next one is accessing a file from a shared drive. We have few steps to follow. Here if you see, this is a client server network and this is a peer-to-peer network figures. Next one is accessing a file from a shared drive. We have few steps to follow. First one is we need to double click network icon. List of shared drives appears. Here you could see in the figure, we clicked on the network icon and we have a list like 2011 brochure, AD, etc. So we clicked 2011 brochure. So click on required shared drive to see its contents in view pane. To open, double click on required file. To open the file, right click on it and select copy option from shortcut menu. In folder pane, select computer icon and paste it into the required drive. These are the steps you are going to follow. Here we copied it in network icon. We selected 2011 brochure. We copied it and we came to the next one where you wanted to stick it. I opted for E drive and then here I clicked on paste. This is how you are going to access a file from a shared drive. Last thing is network security. Protecting data and resources from access by unauthorized persons is network security. We have two general levels of network security. One is a login security where you are given with a unique login name and password. The other one is a right security. Based upon your username, you are given rights only to read only or else to read and write, etc. A combination of rights can also be granted here in the right security. The most important aspect in computer is this network security, since many users are accessing the same data. So we must ensure its proper security. Only authorized persons can access or modify data here. Thank you.